draw it. Yeah.
Make your own. So you're supposed to draw the grid on here.
Yeah, I would draw the grid, draw the original triangle, and then do the 3 different things.
So
Now
we draw the
realize when you do
triangle
number
on
1,
this.
you slide the triangle 5 units to the left. That one's pretty easy, right? So you draw it over here.
No, we don't.
Draw that one. Then come back over here for number 2. So by the time you're done, you'll have a grid with 4 triangles. Your original one, and then the 3 transformations.
Wait, so when it says like number 2, turn the triangle 90 degrees clockwise, are we talking about the original triangle or the
Yeah.
triangle from?
Yeah, nope, you're gonna have, you start with the original for all 3, that's your question.
I got it.
Oh.
There was a hidden button.
Not
So it's,
I did have a look for it yesterday, but just to have you image.
have y'all done stuff like this in middle school? Like shift things over, that's all this unit is, but now we're just gonna put fancy notation with it. I mean, it's- Welcome back. How was it? Speedy recovery? You gonna try that? So the first one was easy, right? So the other 2 that were kind of giving me trouble?
I don't understand where you start from, like what makes, how do you know which one to rotate it on? Which one?
Oh, good point. let's start with number 1. So you traced your triangle, and what did you do? Slide the triangle over to the left 5 units. So how'd you do that? So you look at these as points. And you move that point over what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's your new point. And this moves over 5 points. And that moves over 5. So your new triangle looks like this.
I just drew mine kind of smaller so it just all fit in the one area. So would that be wrong?
If you drew it smaller,
Yeah.
yeah, it has to preserve its shape. Good question. So this one says turn the triangle 90 degrees clockwise. Tamara was like, well, what point am I rotating? Because here, I gave you a hint. When using the tracing paper, trace the positive x-axis and the origin. So you're going to have an x-axis and an origin. When turning, keep the origin stationary. So I would go and like put your pencil there. And then it says, but move the trace x-axis to your negative y-axis. Ooh, look at that. Okay. So what is your positive x-axis? Which one? What's this? Positive or negative? This is positive, that's negative x. Positive y, negative y. So how you know you rotate it 90 degrees is when you make this positive x-axis aligned with the negative y-axis. Because we know here to here is 90 degrees, right? So your new triangle looks like that.
But wouldn't it be, I thought, okay, hold on. I thought we slid to the left 5 units and from there we turn.
Oh, I mean, you can, as the directions aren't clear. But yeah, we should have started with this one each time. So if you had that, if you scooted it over 5, and then you rotated 90 degrees, it would look like that. And then number 3, flip the triangle over to y-axis. Which way am I going to flip it? Am I going to flip it horizontally or vertically? What was it? Horizontally. So it looks like that. So the 3 triangles on your paper should look roughly like that. Y'all have done this stuff in middle school. We're just going to put fancy names and fancy notation with them. Do you know what the fancy words for slide is? Translation. What about turn? What do you think it is? Rotation. And then flip, reflex. So go ahead and open up your notebooks, and we're just going to do a little bit of notes, and then we're going to do an activity. You are not going to have daily homework or a test with this unit. Your formal assessment is this packet I passed out. This is going to be due on Friday. lot of thought into these. I'll be here before and after school to answer any questions along with emails. Do not wait until Thursday night to complete it. You will not have a fun time. What page are we on? 365? What was your question?
What does we call this?
Try again.
What do we call this?
We're gonna call this transformations. What do you think of when you hear transformation? Transformers, what do transformers do?
So you kill them and set
They
them.
change. That's what I think of. It's a change. So the definition of transformation is mapping that results in a change in position, shape, or size of the figure. Stephanie, when you're trying to shrink it, that's another transformation called dilation, which we will also cover this week. So transformation is mapping that results in a change in position, shape, or size of a figure. So the three that we did during the bell ringer, what did we change? Did we change the position, the shape, the size? The position, is that the only thing?
Yes. That dilation word, that was on the pre-SAT, that's it.
It was on the PS.
I was like, what is
Did
that?
you get it?
I think so.
When I hear dilate, I think of pupils dilating.
You get them smaller.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got it wrong because I thought it was
That's what we should do. I think we're doing dilation on Wednesday or Thursday. Is you going to look at someone's eyes and you turn on and off the light. It, it's
What?
Okay. So our original picture, the one that we started off with, that's called the pre-image. And then when we transform it, that's called the image. So your original figure is a pre-image. And the resulting figure is the image. Did y'all learn like word within a word? Can you learn what pre means? What does pre mean? Big one. Exactly. Rigid motion. Rigid motion is a transformation that preserves distance and angle measure. Did we ever change these angles? Did those ever change? Did we ever change the distance of the segments? The lengths of the segments? No. So we already know 3 types of transformations have rigid motions. Is dilation a rigid motion? Why not?
Because it, makes it smaller.
Mm-hmm. Makes it smaller. Or bigger. So let's take a look at some of these. This is your pre-image, and this is your image. Is it rigid motion? Why do you say yes?
Did it change like the angle and position?
Yeah. Out of the 3 transformations, which one do you think it is? Reflection. Who's reflected? What did we reflect it over? There's an imaginary line. What about this one? Here's your pre-image, here's your image. Rigid motion? Why here's some. Is it rigid motion? No. Why not?
Because it changes the,
Mm-hmm. Did it change the angles? No. So this was a yes, and this was a no. One more thing before we do our activity. And it's just naming and labeling. So if I draw a triangle ABC, and I translate it over here, sometimes you'll see these arrows pointing to the new point. And the way we label it is A prime, B prime, and C prime. So that's just a bit of notation that you'll have to write. You'll see something like this. Triangle ABC transforms with an arrow to triangle A prime, B prime, C prime. And order matters. So look at our first letter in our first triangle. What does it map to? The first letter over here. So A maps to A prime, B maps to B prime, and C maps to C prime. Let's just do one example. So you have a sub-triangle and a mid. And they give you that triangle SUP maps to triangle NID. What's your pre-image and what's your image? The pre-image is triangle sub. And our image is triangle mid. So the question is, what are the images of U and P? What are the images of U and P? How many of you are trying to guess based on the picture? I see some of you looking at that picture like, oh, how do I figure that out? Well, look up here. A mapped to what? A prime. They're in the first spot. B maps to B prime. They're both in the second, in the middle. So how can I figure out what's the image of U? I is the second. Order matters. So the image of U is what? I. And the image of P? D. Do you have any question about this notation? Y'all are supposed to be lively. You just got back from spring break. Well, you're about to be lively. So today we're doing a jigsaw activity. And that's where you have a home group and like another group. So what you're gonna do is I'm gonna call you off 1A, 1B, 1C, and what's gonna happen is you'll meet with your home group and then you split up. So all the A's are together, all the B's are together, and all the C's. A's are gonna learn about translation, B's are gonna learn about rotation, and C's are gonna learn about reflection. And y'all are basically gonna make a lesson and be the teachers. I'm not gonna teach you this. Y'all are gonna teach each other. And then after about 20 minutes or so, once you have a grasp on what you need to learn, you're gonna meet with your A's and your B's and your C's are gonna meet. So you're going to teach 2 other people this lesson. So you are teaching 2 other people a lesson from the book. So you really gotta get a grasp on this stuff. You think you can do it? Are you ready to be teachers? How many? Okay. So you're 1A, 1B, 1C, 2A, 2B, 2C, 3A, 3B, 3C, 4A, 4B, 4C, 5A, 5B, 5C. Jonathan, you're 6A, 6B, 6C, 7A, 7B, 7C. You're gonna be 7, do you wanna be A, B, or C? You're gonna be C. Okay, so, you know your home groups. All the ones are home group. These are home group. Or no, how does? Ones. These are, you know, the 3 people, 1A, 1B, 1C, that's your home group. If you share the letter, that's your home group. These are the people you're gonna teach at the end. You're gonna teach those people.
So the people that have the same number of B's.
Yes, you're gonna teach people of the same number.
And the people that have the same letters, you go with them.
Same letter. Now we're gonna get together with our letters and learn about whichever section you're learning about. A is translation, B is rotation, C is reflection. So you need your Chromebooks, open up, start writing things down. I'll be around to make sure you're doing it right.
We're supposed to go with that reading.
You may need it if you want to do it on this. So A's come over here, B's in the middle of the room, and C's over there.
Where are bees at? Hey, Maddie. Maddie, can you give my paper? Are you a bee? Yeah.
Pull out your Chromebooks. Collaborate with your groups. How are we going to keep this?
Hey, what you want? The paper that that's not my desk.
Yeah.
Look forward to that one. That one? I don't need this one. No.
Wait, who's around? What number?
It's a Google Chrome.
Who sits in front of you? Ryan, what are you focusing on? Okay, y'all can move the chairs and have me.
Oh, I got the numbers. I have an idea. Back in my.
Who sits in front of you?
I'm all over myself.
What?
Grab my stuff. Zach, grab your stuff.
Plumber, were you an A, B, or C? C? Didn't hear it.
We just fill out the columns.
Yeah. But didn't Nathan just say he's a B?
If Walter C, he's A.
You're in this group. Great.
Good job.
7.
Howdy, fellas.
Yep, this is right.
Black guy did that.
That's not right.
Okay, y'all have about 20 minutes to do this.
I banged it for you, really.
I love the paper.
You may want to make sure you're using the online textbook. Because they're going to have different notation. Y'all use the online textbook so that way we're all on the same page about notation. Because different textbooks use different notation. Well, like, but if you like just Google like translations, there's going to be like all abundance of different things.
So what is the proper pace?
Concept and proper text.
Is there a plug in this?
Okay.
That's a lot of words.
Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just do it.
The words.
I think more of these.
No, don't worry.
No, just try to take me, because then you don't have to take the board.
I'm sitting on one before I kill the child.
Like what we were doing upstairs, like notation. Like what are you doing?
Exit out. I will check 6 words.
Do we have to do a thing today?
What do you mean? What is it right now? This is transformation. Here you go. So the first couple pages of your translations is just their transformation, which we already did. This gives you like where you see translation highlighted.
Looks like the first. I need to show you the homework. I'm not Jewish. I used to be Jewish. Don't let it start again. Go. Well, yeah. Who needs to learn? Make some words, man. Hey, David.
Hey, get started. You're responsible for teaching two other people. Yeah, you are responsible for teaching two other people. You have 20 minutes to do this.
Okay. 5 minutes. Awesome.
Yeah, collaborate. You don't do this by yourself. You have 6 other like members.
everybody does a part. I do, my work is shared with them, they're not doing
And
anything.
then, they have to teach 2 other people.
You could be broke by leg. What's the page?
Okay, look, I found it, it said key concept reflection across the line. A
That's
reflection
a
across the
560.
line and called the line of reflection.
Really try to simplify these different, you don't write word for word, like read it and be like, this is what it means, like how are you gonna teach that?
If I have stuff I can teach you guys.
So don't just jot down everything the textbook has, you have to really interpret it and think to yourself, how am I gonna teach 2 people this?
Rotation about a point is called center rotation.
This one doesn't say. This is what I found. Point A is line line and then the image of A is itself.
Are y'all
That
rotation?
is A1 is equal to.
Who's rotation? Skip that really hard how to like draw a rotation with your protractor. You'll see it later on.
Yeah.
Moments
That box. Pretty much just copy the box.
Yeah, I'm not staying.
When we start the exit.
Are you going through?
Is that emergency?
Where is the library?
Yeah.
The library. Oh, I heard.
Yeah, what else?
I looked
Oh,
up.
you can, it's amazing.
Okay, so basically what this is saying when it's a reflection is that each point is equal to what it would be on the other side. It'd be where it'd be in the exact same place on both sides.
Oh, yeah.
Or X, sorry, depends on what.
Yeah, just positive and negative.
Yeah.
I got it.
Probably y'all need to get
Some people.
How hard is the leg?
I'll have about 15 minutes. Y'all should be collaborating. Hey, why are you doing me like that?
Okay, got it.
Y'all talk, I mean, learn how to teach this. You can teach. You're teaching.
This makes sense. Point A1 is equal to A, meaning that the point is the same even after
A prime. A is A prime. So wait, explain it to me?
I just wrote A1 to A.
Yeah.
I just.
So it stays in the same spot.
Yeah, meaning that the point is the same even after you're something across.
So what, when you look at this, what's A and A prime in this picture?
Say like it'd be like this is A, this is A, this is A.
It's just that point, they're the same. Yeah, exactly.
So this is what I ended up writing. So point A1, I guess that's A prime, right? Is equal to A, meaning that the point is the same even being reflected across an axis.
Except it's not.
I did composition of translations too. But I mean, you wouldn't even have to write down the definition of translation because that's your key concept.
Can you find the notation in the textbook?
It's really not that much. You done?
Notation.
Think about how you're gonna explain this to your learners.
What's notation?
What is notation? What do you think? What's notation?
It's like formula or something like that?
What are you doing with your rotation?
Yes.
So it's like how you write things. Like it's all the new stuff and how you, like do you have a,
So it'd be QV, Q prime equals Q or something like that?